Hi there, Elshad. Happy to see these essays from you. Good work. Let's take a look at what you have written today. In many countries, young people leave rural areas to study or work. What are the reasons, and do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages? Okay, let's see. The issue of migrating from villages to urban areas has grown in importance over the last few decades. Although metropolitan areas provide more opportunities for inhabitants, it must not be forgotten that citizens can suffer from this trend. This essay will analyze, without the S here, both issues using examples from developing countries in the city of Dubai. Okay, let's see. So what are the reasons and do the benefits? Okay. So, you're telling me the reason here, and you're basically telling me that you think this is a bad thing. So this is what I gather from your introduction. Let's see if the rest of the essay actually follows that. There is ample evidence why people prefer to live in cities rather than reside in rural areas. The central reason behind this is twofold. Firstly, to get better education, people move to cities due to the fact that many contemporary education centers like universities, schools, and colleges are located in large cities. Secondly, many companies prefer to have offices in cities, and this means more opportunities for people to get a job easily, or jobs easily. For example, the population of Dubai has increased enormously over the last few years due to the developed infrastructure. Okay, you don't want a comma here. And I don't know if infrastructure and I don't know if these necessarily support each other. I mean, when I think of infrastructure, I don't think of companies and offices and things like that. I think of other things. So I'm not sure that they are really tightly linked. Okay, therefore it is conclusively clear that the benefits like high living standards, superior education, and more options attract many people to cities. Okay, yeah, so again, you talk about high living standards here, so I guess that's related to the infrastructure, but still it doesn't really connect back to this offices and so forth. All right, moving on. Although migrating to urban areas is advantageous, the drawbacks of this trend cannot be overstated. This is largely because this tendency creates overcrowding, not overcrowds, overcrowding in cities, which in turn results in more traffic jams, more people in public transportation, more stressful lifestyle, and consequently unhealthy lifestyle. You know what you could have done here? You could have said more traffic jams, more people in public transportation, and a more stressful and consequently unhealthy lifestyle due to these problems, because it's kind of awkward to say lifestyle, consequently, you know what I'm saying? It's awkward to do it like this. You just should have used the same lifestyle. For instance, Istanbul is the largest overcrowded city in Turkey, and statistics show that people spend more than 3 hours a day in traffic. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that migration to the city brings more problems with it, not with itself, with it. To conclude from the arguments and the examples given, I firmly believe that although migrating from rural areas to urban areas is beneficial for individuals, it causes serious problems for city dwellers. It is predicted that as the population grows, cities will be overcrowded and impossible to live in. All right, so some nice elements here. There were some good things. There was some nice grammar, some nice vocabulary, some good ideas, but your conclusion for sure, but I want to look through the rest of the essay again before I give you kind of a final response about this. What are the two questions here? What are the reasons for this? And then, do the benefits outweigh the disadvantages? So, this whole paragraph should talk about the reasons. Okay? Reason. Okay. And then you talk about the drawbacks. Let me think. Sorry, I'm reading it through one more time. Okay. Overcrowding. More people everywhere. Just overcrowding essential. Okay. So here's what I would have liked. I would have liked, rather than saying that it's beneficial, I would have liked to say, although there are numerous reasons why people choose to live in the city, that would have been more appropriate. Because the way you phrased your conclusion, it's almost as if you're talking like you're making it sound like a discuss both views essay. So it would have been better to refer to the initial question again, which is why are people going? So you could have said, why are people moving to the city? Okay? And it causes serious problems. The rest of it is fine. Okay, like I said, there was some good grammar. There was some good coherence and cohesion. There were a couple of little things I would have changed, but on the whole, it was well written. So let's take a look now at your letter. Okay. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing in response to the advert for iOS developer in Jobs newspaper. The state, my name is Eddie Lucky, and I have more than 5 years' experience as an iOS developer. First of all, I would like to mention that I have finished my bachelor's degree with distinction in computer science from the King's College. I think it's usually King's College without the, as well as a master's degree in machine learning from the same university, where I participated in a fuzzy logic project, and I was responsible for development of the mobile application. Further to this, I have worked with a D, not an R, for T-Mobile as Senior Application Developer for over 5 years. My main responsibility is to provide optimal and effective solutions for the development of mobile applications for iPhones. I believe that my personal experience in this sphere makes me a suitable candidate for the mentioned position at your esteemed company. Finally, I have always been interested in Apple's products, which encourages... It's your interest that encourages you, not the products. To search and learn every day to become more professional, and my enthusiasm for the industry is considerable. Please find attached my CV, and I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully. Okay. So, did you talk about your possible qualifications? Yes. Did you talk about your past experience in a similar position? I think you did. I guess if you said you want to be a developer and you were a senior application developer, then yes. I think maybe you could have told us a little bit more about what you did, like what some of your duties were. In other words, you didn't develop this enough as far as I'm concerned. I would have liked maybe you not to talk about this being a suitable candidate right here. I think the sentence would have fit elsewhere, like it would have fit down here right before your closing, and here instead I would have liked a little more detail about the job requirements, your responsibilities in that company, and what you did. All in all, I saw some really nice language. Let's see, there were a couple of areas that I liked. Optimal and effective solutions was a nice expression. Suitable candidate, esteemed company. There was something else I liked, but now I can't find it. But it was good overall, just a couple of those areas that you need to work on. All right, so well done with this set of essays. Now what you need to do is you need to correct them both, add the errors to your error correction list, send everything back to us with your new essays, okay? Let's see those in the next day or so. So good luck with your writing, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you write next.